Good morning, students. This is the second part of my lesson, India Size and Location. In the previous video, we had studied about this lesson in which we saw the size of India, the location of India in the world map, how much of area is there in India, and in comparison to the other countries of the world, we have also seen that India is the seventh largest country. In today's video, we will study about the same lesson, that is India's size and location. We will study about how the time, the standard meridian of India has been determined. We will also see the water bodies around India. We will study about the neighboring countries, and we will also see about the significance of Indian location, and finally why India is called as a great country. To begin with, children, we have to know little about the latitudes and the longitudes. Now, what are latitudes? If I can show you on the world, on the globe, you can see these horizontal lines. The line which you see here, do you see this line, children? This dark line? This dark line specifies equator. Equator, which is 0 degrees. The latitudes are the lines which are running parallel to the equator from north to south. These are the latitudes. And what are latitudes? Latitudes measure the surface of the earth. And similarly, longitudes also. Longitudes are different. They are different from the latitudes. Like latitudes are running parallel to the equator, whereas longitudes are vertical. They measure the distance on the surface of the earth from east to west. From east to west. Latitudes measure from north to south, and longitude measures from east to west. We had also a lesson, I think, in class 6th. In order to refresh your memories, you can once again go through the lesson on latitudes and longitudes. Now, we should also know that there are three very important latitudes that we have come across. This being the equator, that is the center of the earth, which is 0 degrees. Then above the equator, you see here, you see in India, this part of India, the Tropic of Cancer passes through. The Tropic of Cancer passes through India and cuts it into two equal halves. That is the northern part of India and the southern part of India. And in the center, we have the Tropic of Cancer. And to the south of the equator, we have the Tropic of Capricorn. So, Tropic of Cancer north, Tropic of Capricorn south is 23.5 degrees. So, these are about the important latitudes. Now, in order to see how the time is being determined in India, we have to see that in your textbooks, the map is very clearly given. Like this you can see here, the line which is passing here, that is the center of India, is called as the standard meridian of India. This line which is passing, and this line is passing through Mirzapur, which is in Uttar Pradesh. So, how many degrees it is? It is 82.5 degrees. Now, in order to know that this is 82.5 degrees lying to the center of India, we should also know the latitudinal and the longitudinal extent of India. That is, if you see here in this map of India, you see this is the latitudinal extent of India and this is the longitudinal extent of India. And if you see the latitudinal extent of India, we see do you see here 8 degrees? 8 degrees 4. 8 degrees 4, that is the north latitude, and on the top, when you go, you see 37 degrees 6. 37 degrees C. This is the latitudinal stretch of India. Then what about the longitudinal stretch of India? The longitudinal stretch of India starts from here. That is 68 degrees 7 east. 68 and little bit on the top, that is 68 degrees 7 east. And you also have, like towards this end, it is 96. It is 96 degrees 25 east. 96 degrees 25 east. So this is the latitudinal and the longitudinal and the latitudinal expansion of India. Now this line, which is once again I will take you to the textbook. The line which is going in the center of India is going towards Uttar Pradesh, that is a place called Mirzapur, which lies into the center of India. Now, children, now in India, we cannot have two different time zones like I have already told you. Now, the sun first falls on Arunachal Pradesh, and this is the, I will show it on the globe. This is how the earth rotates from west to east. From west to east, children. So, like this, when the earth is rotating, you see the Arunachal Pradesh, which is on the extreme eastern side of India. Arunachal Pradesh, which is to the extreme eastern side of India, the sun's rays falls here first. Suppose the sun rises here at 4 o'clock in Arunachal Pradesh, then we cannot say in Gujarat it is 6 o'clock. Like what happens is there is a time lag of 2 hours between Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat. I will show it to you on a map, it will be even more clearer. Like you see here, the sun falls here in Arunachal Pradesh at 4 o'clock, and the time taken for Gujarat to reach this area will be 2 hours. The time taken is 2 hours. So we cannot say it is 4 o'clock in Arunachal Pradesh and 6 o'clock in Gujarat. So whatever times falls on the standard meridian, that we have to consider it as the standard meridian of India, that is the standard time for India. So children, this is how the time, if the entire country is one and the same. We do not have different time zones. We do not have two different times in different places in India. All the places in India have got the same time. Now, this after going through the standard meridian, now let us see what are the water bodies which are surrounding India. Now, once again, I take you to the map of India. You can have a look here. In this map, you see we have different water bodies around India, and these water bodies are bay, gulf, sea, ocean and strait. Once again, I repeat, the water bodies around India are called as bay, gulf, sea, ocean and strait. Now, what is a bay? It is a body of water connected to an ocean. This is the bay. Do you see here, Bay of Bengal? This is the body of water which is connected to an ocean. That's the reason why it is called as bay. Now, let us see what is gulf. Do you see this area, children? Here, this area, and also this area near Gujarat. So now gulf, it is an arm of the ocean or the sea. You can say it is an arm of the ocean or the sea. Now, when I spoke about bay, one thing you should realize is this is called as Bay of Bengal, and this is called as gulf. So here you have the Gulf of Kambat. Can you see here? This is called the Gulf of Kambat, and you have here you have the Gulf of Kutch. You have Gulf of Kambat and the Gulf of Kutch, and one more you have to the western side of Sri Lanka, and to the what you call southern side of Tamil Nadu near the Coromandel coast, you have the Gulf of Mannar, which is called as Gulf of Mannar. So we have three water bodies which are called as what you call Gulf. One is the Gulf of Kutch, Gulf of Kambat and the Gulf of Mannar. Now, next what we are going to see is the sea. Now, what is sea? Any water body which is smaller than ocean is referred to as sea. Any water bodies which is smaller than ocean is referred to as sea. So we have what you call, all of you know that we have got Arabian Sea here. Do you see here? Arabian Sea, and we have also got, as far as sea is concerned, we have got Lakshadweep Sea, and here we have the Andaman Sea. So we have Arabian Sea, Lakshadweep Sea and Andaman Sea. So these are the seas which are surrounding India. What about ocean? Ocean is a larger water body, much bigger than the sea. So here you have the Indian Ocean. Here you see you have the Indian Ocean. So apart from this, there is another type of water body which is called as strait. Now, strait is a narrow stretch of water separating two land masses. What is a strait? It is a narrow stretch of water separating two land masses. Here you can see the strait, children. Here in between Sri Lanka and India, this narrow area that you see, which is separating two land masses. This is the southern part of the India, which is a landmass, and here is another landmass, Sri Lanka. Between these two places, when you have water, this is called as a strait. For example, we can say we can take Park Strait. So this is the Pak Strait that is flowing through India and Sri Lanka. So this area is called as Pak, and we have given it a name which is called as Pak Strait. So these are the water bodies which are present all over India. Once again I repeat, what are the water bodies? They are bay, gulf, sea, ocean and strait. Okay children, so after this, now let us study about the neighboring countries of India, for which we will take the map of Asia. And here children, neighboring countries are very very important, बिकॉज आप तो जानते ही होंगे, जहाँ भी आप रहते हो, अगर वहाँ पर तुम्हारे पड़ोसी तुम्हारे साथ अच्छे संबंध नहीं रखेंगे तो तुम्हें हमेशा मुश्किलों का सामना करना पड़ेगा, और यही सोच में रह जाओगी कब कुछ समथिंग विच इज़ नॉट वेरी प्लेजेंट माइट हैपन. So similarly, India also must have or should have what you call friendly relationship with all the neighbors. Now let us first of all see what are the neighboring countries of India. So here the neighboring countries of India, children, I think the map is little lighter, but you can also see in your textbook it is very clearly given. So here I'll show you, children. Here you have Pakistan. Pakistan is lying to the west of India. Then to the north of Pakistan you have Afghanistan. So to the west of India you have Pakistan and Afghanistan. Now come to the east of India. East of India, India shares its borders with China. India shares its borders with China, Nepal, Bhutan. China, Nepal and Bhutan. Now coming towards the eastern side of India, India is bordering with Myanmar. India is bordering with Myanmar. And you come down to the south of India, to the east, to the southeast of India, we have Sri Lanka. Southeast of India, we have Sri Lanka. And then southwest of India, we have Maldives. So these are all the neighboring countries of India, which is very, very important for the development of the nation. As I told you that we must maintain peaceful relations with our neighbors. Now, children, the next part of the lesson, let us see like India's relations with the different countries of the world as far as trade is concerned. I've already showed you in my first lecture that the location of India at the center of Asia is very, very important. Now let me tell you that in olden times trade was carried on through both the ways, through the land and the sea. Now let us see. Now see, do you see this portrait of India, children? Yes. Now through this route, if you see the western side of India, India used to connect with Africa. India used to connect with Saudi Arabia, that was Africa, and also Europe. So India, the connection of India to Africa, to Arabia and to Europe was very easy in those days. People used to carry on trade with these countries towards the western side. And towards the eastern side, all these countries, whatever is lying to the southeast side of India, India is to have very good trading contacts. But before having the sea route, the trading contacts through the sea route, the land route of India was also very, very famous. Now what about the land route of India? Now if you see in this map, children, you will see here the Himalayan mountains in the northern side of India. These Himalayan mountains, which you see in the northern side of India, had passes. I mean, what is a pass? Pass is any stretch in the mountain area which might lead you to the other countries. So the mountain passes, the very famous mountain passes in India were the Kardungla Pass, the Pir Panjal Pass and the Bomedilla Pass. And through these passes, in those days, people used to travel to and fro. Like the great Upanishads of India, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Indian numerals, the decimal system, all these things passed through the land route to the different countries of the world. That is how India carried on the trade with the past. Now, let us study about what you call the diversity of India. And when we are going to speak about the diversity of our nation, we will see that India, as you see, is a great country. And apart from this, we have also seen about today's lecture, the standard meridian of India, the different water bodies, the neighboring countries of India, and India's trade with the foreign countries. So, children, in conclusion, I would like to say that India is a vast country with a history of more than 7,000 years. And remember, India is not just a vast country, it is a diverse country with different people coming and living in India peacefully. And different religious people, children. And who are these? What are these different religions? They are Hindus, they are Muslims, they are Christians, they are Sikh, they are Buddhists, they are Jains, they are Parsis. So all these people are coexisting in India peacefully. Not only this, we call India as a great country also because of the different landforms. We have mountains, we have plains, we have plateaus, we have deserts, we have island states in India. All the diversity, whatever a person would like to see in the countries are available in India. As far as rivers are concerned, the water bodies are concerned, we can say that we are the richest country. Why? Because we have many water bodies in our country. And we will be doing a lesson on drainage this year. In that, we will be studying about the different countries, about the different rivers. And here we will be studying about the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. The Himalayan rivers, the great Himalayan rivers, the Ganga, the Brahmaputra, and the Indus. And what about the what you call the peninsular rivers? We'll start from Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri. All these rivers we will be studying about, and they are all present in India, connecting the different parts of the country and making the agriculture very rich. What about the soils? We have different types of soils also, children. A variety of soils like alluvium soil, black soil, red soil, arid soil, mountainous soil. So with all these things, we can say that India is a rich country with very rich tradition, culture, customs, different festivals which are followed in India. So with this, I conclude the chapter India, Size and Location. Have a good day.